Okay, I understand it's big, but do I actually have to use the word phablet? The Samsung Galaxy Note 2 is the phone, and it is the latest in a series of very large screen phones from Samsung, which seem to be popular these days. Got my hands on it a couple months ago. It's been my primary phone for those 2 months, so I feel like I have a lot I can say about this. So I wanted to pass this on to you, what my experience has been. Now, everybody's experience will be different, but I wanted to let you know kind of the basics of what this phone might be expected to do on a day-to-day basis. First, take a look at it. It's giant. This is the Note 2, and yes, I get the jokes all the time when I pull it out of my pocket. Hey, how's that iPad working for you? Because it is a very, very large phone. Now, I'm a giant, and so it doesn't look quite as big in my hand as it will in most hands, but it is a large phone. I kind of like it because I've never had a phone that fits my hand before. They all feel a little small, but for most people, this is going to be a big deal. So let's focus on that first. The size of this phone makes it so that when you hold it, especially if you have smaller hands, it's hard to get your thumb where it needs to go on the screen. Now, they have a mode that is, they call a one-hand mode, where it kind of shifts some of the buttons to one side. But my understanding from those who don't have giant hands like I do is that's still not enough. That there's so much trying to go over real estate that sometimes you'll brush things you don't mean to brush, that it makes it difficult to take pictures sometimes because you have to hold it out and then push the button, that all that stuff is very, very difficult because of the size of the phone. The trade-off, of course, is that the screen real estate is beautiful. It's a beautiful screen, and it's very large, so you can watch Hulu on it or Netflix on it and feel like you're really seeing what you want to see. I'll try to record a little video of the phone itself so you can kind of get an idea of the interface and kind of what goes on. I should say right off the bat that I have my phone, I have a launcher on my phone, which basically means that this isn't kind of the standard way it comes, but I'm able to customize it a little bit more. So, for instance, taking off the notifications bar at the top so that it's not there automatically, which it would be on a regular phone, or down at the bottom, the quick icons, I got rid of those because I like a cleaner feel on my phone. And the truth is, with Android, that's one of the things I love about Android phones, is the fact that they are customizable and you can make them anything you want. And especially with a phone like this, and we'll get into the kind of the speed and preciseness of this phone. With a phone like this, you can put a launcher on it and it doesn't even breathe heavy. It doesn't even slow it down. It goes from screen to screen quickly, gets to where it needs to go. If I want to launch something, like if I want to launch the camera, I can just push the camera button and it comes right up. You can go back, you can push an app and it'll go right there. And that's when it's having to process this skin that's over top of its normal skin. The processing speed, the memory on this thing, all of the specs are top of the line, and you can tell when you use it, especially as you're surfing the internet or using other apps that might use the internet. When you're on 4G, it works well. I've been able to do live Skype, Google Plus Hangouts, all that kind of stuff straight from my phone while I'm on the road, obviously not holding the phone because that would be very, very dangerous. But it works because the 4G is so lightning fast and the phone itself is capable enough to handle it. And the camera appears to be really good quality. I know it takes HDR still pictures, which are really nice, and takes 1080p video. In fact, the video of the actual phone that you're seeing on the screen right now is video from another Galaxy Note 2. So you can kind of gauge exactly how that looks on your screen. That's the kind of video it takes just straight out of the box, is 1080p. This is a top-of-the-line phone as far as specs are concerned, and you can really tell in day-to-day use. I would say overall, this phone has some negatives, mostly associated with the size, especially if you're a smaller person. But other than that, this phone has been about perfect for me. Using widgets on the home screen to play Spotify, to be able to check sports scores, to mark that I've watched TV shows or check the weather, all works seamlessly. Overall, this is a phone that I could not complain about, and if I did, I would probably be lying.